more early 2000s Beyonce, because Beyonce as of late may have, like 2024, may have a spoon shape or even more like an hourglass shape. Like for me, I have hip dips, so when I wear really tight pants, the hip dips are showing through, and it kind of like creates this crease between like my upper hip and my lower hip. It looks really weird. So when you are wearing ultra tight pants, it exaggerates your hip dips a lot, and it looks kind of awkward. So straight leg pants, wide leg pants, boot cut pants are always going.
Straight from the 8, I'm walking with God, I don't need a drink. The devil be talking, I don't entertain. I'm walking in faith, I'm sowing my seed, I did it in faith. I gave it to God, and he made it great. Put me in good soil and took out the snakes.
Hey family members, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, hey girl, hey. My name is Jaël. Peace. I make fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content, and this is our hub. This is our home. Give us a subscribe and join the family. We're literally the best crew on the internet. Yeah. Welcome to part 3. I can't believe I'm saying that, of the styling series. So far, we have talked about how to be confident in your style and how to find your style. That was one video. And then in the previous video, we talked about how to find your body shape, and I took time to break down each body shape, and we took our measurements and whatnot. For the remainder of the series, we are going to be talking about each body shape individually, and you're going to see a series of videos just breaking down each body shape and how to style them before we move into finding the basics and revamping your wardrobe and whatnot. So today we are actually going to be talking about the spoon shape versus the pear shape. If you did your homework properly, like I told you to, and you figured out through your measurements that you are a spoon shape or you are a pear shape, then today's video is for you. What is the difference between a spoon and a pear? A spoon shape has more of a shelf-like hips. I want to say like waist to hip ratio, whereas with the pear, their hips are more rounder and more defined, and they don't carry a lot of weight in their shoulders, in their bust, and in their stomach. For the spoon shape, a spoon shape may carry a little bit of weight in the belly area and also in the arm area. Most people with spoon shapes have like flabby arms, like I have flabby arms. So those are just like some differences of both shapes. Some similarities are both shapes have really defined waist and really voluptuous hips. I want to say small bust, but not necessarily small, especially like a spoon shape is going to have bigger bust compared to pear shape. So smaller bust comparison to the other shapes, but the pear has a smaller bust compared to the spoon shape. So small bust, but just, Now let's talk about styling challenges between both shapes. For the spoon shape, a typical challenge is balancing out the bust and the hips, and also finding styles that does not emphasize the hips too much. If you have styles that emphasize the hips too much, it does not create that balance, and with spoon shaped, you need that balance. Yeah. A styling challenge for the pear shape would be not drawing too much attention to the upper body, and also finding styles that also balances out hips, the curves, and upper body. So for the pear shape, styling tops for the pear shape, you are going to bright colors, prints, and details to draw attention upward. So something like this embellishments are going to be your best friend. Off-shoulder tops, boat necks, they're going to be your best friend. For the bottoms, flowy skirts, dark color, wide leg pants, high-waisted pants to minimize the volume and just make your body look well balanced. And then for dresses, fit and flare dresses are a go-to, a must. They just look so good and y'all be eating that up. Num num num. A-line style dresses as well. I really do love a cutesy A-line style dress. Y'all be eating that up too. Just styles that skim over your hips. Now let's move on to the spoon shape, which is my shape. Tops. Spoon shapes look better in structured and fitted tops, V-neck tops, puff sleeves to kind of balance out the hips. I noticed that I look really good in V-neck tops. Like, that's my go-to. And then for bottoms, boot cut or straight leg pants to kind of streamline the hips. For dresses, wrap dresses are your friend. Wrap dresses on the spoon body eats down every single time. A-line dresses, empire waist styles. Although I'm not really a big fan of the empire waist styles for me personally, but it really does look good on the spoon shape. And something to avoid, ultra tight bottoms. Why I say ultra tight bottoms is because it kind of exaggerates the shelf effect. Most of the girlies that have the spoon shape, they have hip dips. Like for me, I have hip dips. So when I wear really tight pants, the hip dips are showing through, and it kind of like creates this crease between like my upper hip and my lower hip. It looks really weird. So when you are wearing ultra tight pants, it exaggerates your hip dips a lot, and it looks kind of awkward. So straight leg pants, wide leg pants, boot cut pants are always going to do it. So now let's talk about some celebrities that have your body shape. Some celebrities that have the spoon shape would be Shakira, basically because Shakira is known for her curvy hips, and she has that kind of, I know this is gonna be a kind of like a controversial take, but Shakira has a little bit of hip dips. She often wears like outfits that highlights her hips and her waist. And basically, she's so good at balancing out her proportions. Like, she's really good at that. Another celebrity with the spoon shape is America Ferrera, and she's pretty good at like defining her waist and her hips. She like frequently wears styles that are structured tops, more like A-line dresses, so they kind of, what is that? Accentuate her curves. There are obviously more celebrities on the list, but time. For the spoon shape, we're going to end on the last celebrity being Christina Hendricks. She is often noted that she has an hourglass figure, but she does have wider hips and a curvier lower body. So I do think that she does fall into the spoon category. But that is my opinion. That's my take. Nobody should fight me in the comments. So I really do think that she is a spoon. So moving on to the pear shape. A popular celebrity that has a pear shape, and most people mistake this, actually they think that she has a spoon shape, is Beyonce. And the reason why I say Beyonce has a pear shape, and you know what, I'm just thinking like more early 2000s Beyonce, because Beyonce as of like 2024 may have a spoon shape or even more like an hourglass shape, just because her body is more proportionate. Like her upper half and her lower half are more proportioned. I could be wrong, but I think Beyonce now is an hourglass, but early 2000s Beyonce was more of like a pear shape. And most times in most of the outfits that she wore like statement tops and flare skirts and like really tight skirts. That's my take. And by the way, I'm not saying that she was a full pear. She may have been like a small pear. I just want to put that out there before the girlies come and fight me. And another pear shape would be Rihanna. Again, most people believe that Rihanna is a spoon shape. I've heard a few people say that Rihanna is a spoon shape, but I personally think that Rihanna is a pear shape, because prior to Rihanna having kids, she carried most of her weight in her hips, and her upper body was like pretty really slim. And one thing I noticed is that most pear shapes, when they start to have kids, their body kind of shifts more into like an hourglass shape. That happened to somebody I know. She was like a really small pear, and then she had a child, and now her body is more like an hourglass. It's like very well proportionate and equal. So that happens a lot to pear shape. Another pear shape is Jennifer Lopez. I actually have never heard anyone say Jennifer Lopez is a spoon or an hourglass, but she is definitely a faux pear. Like her hips are voluptuous and her upper body is very, very small in comparison to like her hips and her curves. Oftentimes, I think one of the people that I really admire that dress for their body shapes is Jennifer Lopez. She be putting that thing on. Like she knows how to balance out the outfits and how to make sure that the focus is not too much on one part of her body. Sometimes, because sometimes it be outrageous, but sometimes, most times. So these are just some comparison of styles that look good on the pear shape and that looks good on the spoon shape. This is how it looks on each shape. So we have come to the end of the video. Which shape are you? I'm really curious. I'll let you guys know. I am a spoon, as we learned in the last video. If you do not know your body shape, please do check out the previous video, do your measurement, and then come back and follow along. So let me know in the comments which body shape you are, and let's talk, let's chat. That is all for today's video. Like I always say, I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, the goal before the ending of this month is 1K. So let's get our family members to 1K. Okay, I love you guys so much. Bye bye.